Hi, my name's Jeff. I lost my son a little over a year ago, and this is my story.
When I called and invited you to participate in this video, what were your initial thoughts?
My thoughts right away were that I was happy to help. The Hospice Association really helped me a lot, and for me it was an opportunity to give back a little bit, right? So I'm more than happy to help out, for sure.
And how long has it been since you lost your son?
A little over a year. He passed away in November of 2020.
And can you tell us a little bit about him?
Well, he was a very talented young man. He was a talented chef. He was a talented writer. He was a musician, and he had, was a very intelligent young man. He achieved an awful lot in his 32 short years, certainly more than I have at this point in my life. And he just lost his way somewhere along the lines.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, sure. He was homeless, and he had an alcohol problem that went on for a long time. I think I rescued him out of the Vancouver area in around 2015. And we brought him home, and we tried to help him and stuff like that. And we just, it wasn't that we failed. We just couldn't help him with what he needed. And eventually, the drinking, he started having to go to the hospital and stuff like that. And at first, his hospital visits were, a couple of days and stuff like that. And then as they got more frequent, they also got longer in duration.
After he passed away, where did you find yourself emotionally?
Oh, well, initially I was, there's a lot of things to do when someone passes away, and my wife certainly wasn't in a, emotional position to take care of that stuff. So I think for the first 2 or 3 weeks, my mind was kind of preoccupied with, what needed to be done, and then after that, I was distraught. Really hard on me. I had guilt issues and stuff like that, and wondering if I could have done something different or better, or helped him or saved him, and so I had a lot of pretty hard times, for sure.
Was there a specific point afterwards when you knew this is when I need to go talk to somebody about this?
Well, to be honest with you, it was my employer. The owner of the company, who's, he's just a great guy, and I think he could see that I was struggling, at work emotionally and stuff like that. I was having difficulty controlling my temper and things like that, and with the guys that worked for me even. And so he contacted the Hospice Association initially to see if there was something they could do to help me, and I think he spoke with a lady named Jessica, and she said, by all means, give him our number, and so, he steered me onto it, and I thought, well, it certainly can't be a bad thing. So I called Jessica, and she hooked me up right away. Within a week, I had a counselor assigned, and it was one of the smartest things I ever did, I think. Really, it was. Looking back, at the time I wasn't really sure what was involved and stuff like that, right? But by all means, it was the smartest thing I did after my son passed away, by far. Every time we would get on the phone, it would start with, so how are you doing, Jeff? And what's been going on, right? And so I would, tell her what I've been doing and how I've been feeling, and if I'd had, we talked about grief bursts and the grieving process, and that it's not a bad thing. It's something that you have to do, and so she taught me that, what I was going through was was completely natural. It was you know, something I needed to do. I needed to grieve, and I always felt really good after I got off the phone, you know, for like, you know, the rest of the day and the next couple of days, because she made me feel good about the work I'd been doing and stuff like that, right? And you know, eventually, I think one day, you know, we got on the phone, and she, you know, she wanted to know, you know, what's been going on and stuff like that. And I didn't really have a whole lot to say. You know, I was kind of, and so that's when she said, well, you know what, maybe you need to take a break from counseling for a while. And you know, she said, you've been, you know, she said, congratulated me for working hard at the grieving process and stuff like that. And so she said, you know, maybe you want to take a break for a while, but she said, if you ever need to talk to me again, you just reach out, send me a text message, and we'll set up another appointment, right? So, but it was really, it was time well spent. I'm so grateful for what the Hospice Association did for me. You know, my daughter actually received counseling from the Hospice Association as well after I told her, you know, how good it was for me and stuff like that. So, really, I'm eternally grateful, for sure. I can appreciate some people would be maybe uncomfortable talking to someone they don't know about their problems and stuff like that, but all it takes is one counseling session to find out whether it's for you or not. And like I said, for my daughter, she did a few, but it wasn't really for her, and my wife wasn't interested at all. But I think that most people who are grieving like that, who have suffered a loss, I think, in my mind, if they give it an opportunity, give the Hospice Association an opportunity to help them, I think that they'll be, like me, eternally grateful for the help they get, for sure. I know for certain I would not be in the good place I'm in now. I know for certain. There is no way I could have done it without the counseling I got. And I'm absolutely certain that if I had not contacted the Hospice Association in February, I'd be in a dark place still, absolutely.